What's up, Vikings faithful? It's time to fire up that purple passion because we've got massive updates from the Minnesota Vikings 2025 training camp. The big headline? Our superstar, Justin Jefferson, has been sidelined with a hamstring injury since the second day of camp. But hold on to your horns. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Today, we're breaking down JJ's return, JJ McCarthy's preseason performance, the Vikings wide receiver depth chart, and what it all means for our squad. Are you pumped for the season opener against the Bears on Monday Night Football? Let's dive into the first big story. Let's start with the heart of our offense, Justin Jefferson. The man who's been torching defenses since 2020 felt tightness in his hamstring during the second practice of training camp on July 24th. Coach Kevin O'Connell called it a mild issue, but it kept JJ out for a full 24 days, missing 6 practices. That's a long time without our WR1, and it had fans sweating. Can you imagine a Vikings offense without Jefferson's gravity-defying catches? It's like a Viking ship without a sail. The good news? O'Connell just dropped a bombshell. Jefferson is back at practice as of Monday, August 18th. He's not going full throttle yet. Think of it as a slow ramp-up to get him game-ready for September 8th against Chicago. After an injury-riddled 2023, JJ's listening to his body, and the Vikings are playing it smart. With 3 weeks until the season kicks off, how confident are you in JJ being 100% for Week 1? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's talk numbers because Justin Jefferson's 2024 season was straight up ridiculous. In 17 games, he racked up 103 receptions on 154 targets, 1,533 yards, and 10 touchdowns, averaging 14.9 yards per catch. That's his 5th straight 1,000-yard season and his 3rd with over 100 catches. Oh, and did I mention he earned his 2nd All-Pro first-team nod? This guy's not just a superstar, he's a Viking legend in the making. Randy Moss himself said JJ's on pace to be the greatest ever. Do you agree with Moss? Drop your take below. Jefferson's return is huge, especially with some challenges in our receiving core. Jordan Addison, our WR2, is facing a 3-game suspension to start the season for violating the NFL's substances of abuse policy. That means JJ will be the focal point early on, which isn't new for a guy who holds the record for most receiving yards through a player's first 5 seasons, 7,432, to be exact. With Addison out, who's stepping up to fill the gap? Let's get to that depth chart next. Here's the Vikings' current wide receiver pecking order, and it's got some surprises. Justin Jefferson is the undisputed WR1, followed by Jordan Addison as WR2. But with his suspension, Jalen Nailor slides into the WR3 spot. Lucky Jackson is listed as WR4, getting first-team reps in JJ's absence, while rookie Ty Felton and Jeshaun Jones round out the top 6. But here's the kicker. We lost Rondale Moore for the season to a knee injury in the preseason opener against Houston. How deep do you think our receiver room is? Can Nailor and Felton hold it down early? Let's shift gears to the quarterback of the future, JJ McCarthy. After missing his entire rookie season with a torn meniscus, the 2024 first-round pick made his return in the preseason opener against the Texans on August 9th. In one drive, he went 4 for 7 for 30 yards, converted a 3rd down with a quick pass to Jordan Addison, and scrambled for an 8-yard gain on 4th and 4. Not bad for a guy coming off a year-long layoff. What did you think of McCarthy's first action? Is he ready to lead us to the promised land? McCarthy's performance wasn't flawless. He had a batted pass and an overthrow on 3rd down, but he showed poise under pressure and a healthy knee. Coach O'Connell is hyping him up, saying he's ready to take the reins as QB1 after Sam Darnold's departure to Seattle. With Jefferson mentoring him and their lockers side by side, the chemistry is building. Imagine JJ to JJ lighting up US Bank Stadium. How many touchdowns do you think this duo will connect for in 2025? The Vikings' offense is stacked, but the depth chart is feeling the heat. With Addison out for 3 games and more done for the year, guys like Jalen Nailor and Ty Felton need to step up. Nailor's dealing with a hand injury from practice, which is a concern, but Felton, a 3rd-round pick, showed flashes in the preseason loss to New England, catching 2 passes for 32 yards. Who's your dark horse to break out in this receiver group? Let's hear it in the comments. Our offensive line got a major upgrade to protect McCarthy, and it's worth shouting about. GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah spent over $100 million to bring in center Ryan Kelly and guard Will Fries, plus drafted guard Donovan Jackson. After giving up 9 sacks in the 2024 wild card loss, this beefed-up line is critical. Add in tackles Christian Darrisaw and Brian O'Neill, and we've got a fortress. How much will this O-line help McCarthy and Jefferson dominate? Share your thoughts. On defense, Brian Flores is cooking up something special. The Vikings added defensive tackles Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave, plus cornerback Jeff Okudah, to an already stout unit. Linebackers Blake Cashman and Ivan Pace Jr. are set to anchor the middle, while Jonathan Greenid and Andrew Van Ginkel bring the heat off the edge. This defense ranked among the league's best in 2024. Can they take it to another level in 2025? What's your bold prediction for Flores' scheme? Let's talk fantasy football because Jefferson is a no-brainer pick. He's projected as the number 2 wide receiver behind Ja'Marr Chase, thanks to his consistency, 4 straight top 5 fantasy seasons. But with McCarthy as a first-year starter, some are worried about a slow start. Jefferson's return to practice eases those concerns, and with Addison out early, he'll see a ton of targets. Where are you drafting JJ in your fantasy league? Drop your strategy below. The Vikings schedule is no joke. Ranked 9th in fatigue by Sportsbook Review, with 4 games at a rest disadvantage. They've got a brutal stretch, including a month without a home game, but our travel amenities and training staff, ranked 2nd and 3rd in the 2025 NFLPA report, should keep the team fresh. How do you think this tough schedule impacts our playoff chances? Let's debate it in the comments. As we wrap up, the Vikings are poised for a big year. Jefferson's back, McCarthy's showing promise, and the roster is loaded with talent. But with injuries and suspensions testing our depth, it's all about who steps up. The season kicks off September 8th on Monday Night Football against the Bears. Mark your calendars. What's your score prediction for that game? Let's get the SKOL chant going. SKOL Nation. That's the latest on our Minnesota Vikings. If you're hyped for the 2025 season, smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more Vikings news. Share this with your fellow fans, and let's get ready to roar at US Bank Stadium. SKOL Vikings!